What up, y'all? What's going on? Live again, back live, bro. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know y'all tuned in to Sports with Chuck and Chubby. Fans Point of View. It's the Fans Point of View, y'all, podcast and all that. So, yeah, man, we just going to go ahead, get up into today's show. Ain't got too much on for y'all. Ain't got too much talking to do. Top 10 quarterbacks in the SEC. These are the top 10. Now, I got to put a disclaimer out there. A couple of them, right? So first, before the first one is that who is going to be Alabama's quarterback? Who is going to be Alabama's quarterback? I don't know who's Alabama's quarterback. Do you know who's going to be Alabama quarterback? I hope that y'all know because I don't know. So therefore, they couldn't end up on the top 10 list today. Now, other people, who else do I have out there? There was another one. There was something else I wanted to say, but I don't feel like it's that important if I forgot, right? If I already forgot what I was about to say, then obviously it ain't that important. But I definitely had to put that disclaimer out there first because I don't know if they're going to go with the true freshman. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to go with him, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're going to roll with him, cool. Like, I think that they still have a good season, or they're going to go with Ty Simpson, the veteran. I don't know what Alabama's doing. So therefore, I was like, I was torn between the two, and I'm like, I can't put them both on the list. Therefore, but I did go ahead, and I think I got an eye list now in the SEC. The quarterbacks was like, all right. So I'm looking at the teams, and I'm like, man, I don't know. We'll have to do an overall evaluation maybe after this show, and I'll sit and I'll really see, like, what is it, the Big Ten? Where's the best quarterback play coming from? Not that matters, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, the game is won in the trenches and all that. So we'll see what's up. But let's get this thing going, man. You know what I mean? Thank everybody tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come up in here, man. I will put the link down for anybody that want to join. And if you want to come back with some banter or whatever, anything that you got to say. So I will drop the link for those people who would like to do that. If not, then that's good too. If you don't, that's all good. You know what I mean? We'll get it rolling some other way. You dig? So I'll just put that up there for y'all. Get that rolling. All right. So the first quarterback that I got up here, obviously, y'all, is I see him up here, and he just now joined the SEC. So let me just get up into it because I ain't gonna bore y'all with too much conversation. I think it's Zach Kazalia is his name, is how you pronounce it. I don't know if that's Kazada. I'm bad with names and pronunciations. I'm not an English major at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'll try to do it as best as I can with the names. But Zach Kazalia, y'all, he's going over. Here I am fucking up already. Goddamn, Kentucky. He's going in Kentucky, right? As you can see with his film that's playing on the screen right now, he was playing out in Incarnate Word last year. This is his fourth stop right now. Fourth stop. Not one, not two, not three, but four. Four. And you got to say it, four, like you from the South. Four. This is fourth stop. You know what I'm saying? And he was Texas A&M, Auburn, and he ended up out of Incarnate Word last year for where he threw over 3,000 yards in the season. Let's talk about it. Had 3,000 yards, you know what I'm saying? 29 touchdown. Was it 20? I make sure I gotta make sure. I think it was 30. Oh, it's 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 6'4". They got him listed 200, 230. I don't know, somewhere in between there. You know what I mean? Because there's so much information that's on this kid that it was just there. But as you can see, he can spin the ball. Look right there. He got it. He got it. He come from Incarnate Word. Did somebody just come from there? Cam Moore. Cam Moore just came from Incarnate Word. Then he went down to Miami and started cooking. But he's going to Kentucky. He was already in the SEC at his previous 2 stops before Incarnate Word, like I just mentioned. But now he's going there. And I got him at number 10 because I'm not sure what he's going to do. I'm not sure if it's going to translate, although it is a skill position. It's a quarterback position. He got the height. The coaching's well there. The coaching is good at Louisville. We're not going to sit here and act like it's not because it's on point, and everything that they got set up there is for him to succeed. That is a pro style type of offense that they're running down there in Louisville. As you see with Tyler Show that just went down there to the New Orleans Saints this year. That got drafted by them. So look, things might work out for this young man, and it may not. Zach Kazalia, he's at number 10. That's where I got him at. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long because I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's Saturday. I know y'all got things to do. I thank y'all for tuning in because I got things to do also. You dig? Now, the next one on the next stop is Bo Pribula, man. There ain't too much film on him from Penn State. He transferred from Penn State. He's going to Missouri this year. I think he's going to cook. I think he's going to have a hell of a year down there. To be honest with y'all, I'm not going to knock. I think he's going to have a good year down there. He's a dual threat. Penn State used them for more of the read option with the two backs that they got up there at Penn State. We've seen that. They like to hand the ball off. When you got Allen and Singletary back there like that, let's do it. Like I told y'all last week, we just talked about this last week, and some of y'all might have watched it on the playback because that's all it was edit. It wasn't edited, but it was an edited video, and it was just regular. I didn't go live last week. It is what it is. But when you got Singletary and Allen in the backfield and you can get things done like that, like you can't argue with that, And he came in with the read option and he showed a lot of with his legs last year. Bo Pribula did. And he's going down to Mizzou. He's ending up at number 9 on the list. And I mean, look, I like his play. He got great. He got the competitiveness, everything else. I don't know. The question marks for me with Bo Pribula is his arm talents, his arm traits. You know what I mean? Because we didn't see that much of it, right? And that's only fair. But I mean, the other quarterbacks that's in the SEC, like I said, if I knew who was going to start for Alabama for sure, 100% at this time, and I probably had an Alabama quarterback up here, he probably would have ended up at number 10 for me. But it's, and the SEC quarterbacks looking around, I got to go with him. He only had 275 yards, 5 touchdowns. He threw 1 pick. His completion percentage was up because he didn't pass that much. But when you look at it, when you get the looking at his running stats, I mean, he ran last year, 2024, he had 38 rushes for 242 yards and 4 touchdowns last season. So you've seen that on display. You see his running, as you see right there. Look. If you need to rewind it, go ahead and rewind it. Rewind it and go back and look at the tape. You know what I'm saying? He runs. That's what he does. And in 2023, he had 56 rushes for like over 300 yards and 6 touchdowns on the ground. That's what the dude do. You know what I mean? And but spinning the ball, I don't know if he got I don't know. You know what I mean? Coming in for a couple of games. So some of the games he played in, I could go through the list real quick and I give y'all some of the games that he played in. He played in the West Virginia game. Came in through 1 pass, had 3 rushes for 25 yards. Against Bowling Green, he had 2 rushes for 12 yards. Kent State, 5 rushes for 45 yards. Illinois came in for 3 plays. Only on the read option, like I said, and ran the ball 3 times for 17 yards. Y'all get where I'm going with this, right? I don't need to keep beating y'all down with this. Like, we know what Bo Pribula is going to do. Some of y'all probably like, you tripping, dog. Like, what did you mean? Yeah, but that's where he's at. He's at number 9 on the list. You know what I mean? You go look at the SEC quarterbacks, and then you start watching the film on the SEC quarterbacks and tell me that Bo Pribula from Mizzou. Also, the team's overall success has something to do with the list too. You know what I mean? I don't think that Mizzou is going to be at the bottom half of the worst in the SEC. I think they'll be middle pack, straddling and try to get up there at the top. I don't think they're a top team in the SEC, but they're right in the middle of the pack. So that has a lot to do with that too, right? So he ends up for me right there at number 9 on the list to keep it moving. Now we got the next guy. All right. Who's next up? Who we got? John Mayter. Yes, transfer from Wazoo. Now he's up at Oklahoma. Shout out to the Oklahoma Sooners out there. What's up, Sooners? What's up with y'all? I know Bishop. I know when he watch it on a playback, he gonna be like, "Yeah, Truckee, you got my man up there." Shout out to Hall of Fame too. He be watching too. I think his name Josh. Can't remember his name, man, but cool guy, man. I met him on a panel a couple times. Look, I think this was a hell of a pickup for the Sooners, man. I really think this was a great pickup for the Sooners. I got him at number 8 on the list. Man, as you can see, he lit up teams. I mean, this is only Portland State that you're seeing, but it just wasn't them. You know, one of his top receivers just went to the Patriots, got drafted by the Patriots, and he's a dog. A dog. You hear me? He's going to do his damn thing. Another thing about John Mayter that people sleep on, and you can't sleep on it because, it pretty much tells you in the stats. So you cannot sleep on the fact that he is a dual threat quarterback. And nowadays, I don't really think you can say somebody's not athletic enough to escape the pressure. That's almost like a given now with the way that they're training these quarterbacks. And I don't want to go too far in that, but the way that you're being trained as a quarterback nowadays, you have to be athletic enough to have escapability, quick feet. You cannot be a statue nowadays. It's just not going to happen. Not when you got guys who are 6'4", 6'5", running 4.4s and 4.5s, that you just won't make it. You will not make it, period, point blank. You got to be able to move unless you just got a offensive line filled with Alan Fanekas. I'm talking all the way through every position. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm just talking about. So you just got to have a Pro Bowl offensive line in order to have a statuesque quarterback nowadays. These guys are just too athletic on defense. But back to John Mayterry, because I do not want to diss John Mayterry. Shout out to him and the Sooners, man. Listen, threw for over 3,000 yards. And you know what I'm saying? And granted, with the Pac-12, new Pac-12, had 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Get those interceptions down. And when, you know what I mean, when he's in the SEC, he plays smart, 64 completion percentage, 65, I would say, to round it off. Because when there's like any point, and when it's over 5, we go up one. So 65 completion percentage on the season. He had 178 rushing attempts just last season, had 826 yards and 15 rushing touchdowns. And this is our quarterback. So did Oklahoma get what they needed on offense? Absolutely. 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 I don't know what Oklahoma's going. I'm not going to go as far as to do, but like I said, I do think that they'll probably end up in one of the middle of the pack SEC teams. If they go further, they surprise me. I'm good with that. Y'all may not be, but I'm cool with that. All right. You hear me? I'm cool with that. And that's why he's at number 8 on the list, man. I mean, y'all can't argue with that. I mean, come on, man. Give me some credit. Give me some type of credit out here, dog. I mean, he at number 8. Not, you know what I'm saying? That's cool with that. So moving on to the next guy, man. Next one up. Who we got next? Yes. Oh, you got him at number 7. Yeah, I got him at number 7. Yeah, Garrett Nussmeier. Got him at number 7. So I'm on a phone rapping, you know what I mean? Talking to my dog Neckbone. Yeah, I'm saying we rapping. What's up? What you got going on, bro? And I'm like, Garrett Nussmeier. I got him on there, and I got him right where I think he needs to be, right? Even though he threw for over 4,000 yards, and you could easily say, truck it. He has some. Now, I don't want to blame nobody for the team they played on, right? Is his weapons going to be as good as they were last year? We know LSU, that's the right. They get some good wide receivers that go through LSU, good players. And what's up with Brian? You know what I'm saying? Is Brad Kelly, is he going to do his thing? What's going to happen down there? You know, and there's a lot of question marks in that area. He did throw for over 4,000, and he cooked on a lot of people. But also, when you get to looking in this film, I think some of his he just would get so gun-ho, right, with it. You know what I mean? But he did. He had 12 interceptions, 29. He had 29 touchdowns to 12 interceptions on the season, double-digit interceptions. And he had no rushing yards. And he had 34 rushing attempts. But, you know, in college, it's a lot of sacks. But he had negative 38 rushing yards. He had 3 touchdowns, but I mean, you know, but he had 4,000 yards, and I made up for a lot. So I'm everywhere with Garrett Nussmeier. And I know a lot of the mainstream media got him ranked a whole lot higher, but when you really sit down and really look at it, is that going to be replicated again this year? Because I tell you what, if he can get 4,000 yards again this year, LSU should definitely be a top team in the playoffs. I mean, he did though. He gave everybody the business. I think he was averaging like what 300 yards a game, 300 yards a game. But I got him at 7, man. I got him at 7. Because I'm just not too sold on things, y'all. When it comes to Garrett Nussmeier, I'm not, y'all. He gonna show out and show up. He does not have the prototypical size that the NFL is gonna look for. I think he's around. They got him listed at like 6'2", 200 something pounds. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, like I'm just not sold, and if that he's going to be able to do that again this year. Everybody's going to be able to watch tape, see his weaknesses or whatever, and I really don't think that he got any. I'm not saying the dude's trash. He's number 7 on the list in the top 10 in the SEC quarterbacks. He'll end up somewhere in his top 10 for sure. in the SEC when it's all said and done at the end of the season. I mean, he cooked on a lot of people. He just did, But when you go back and you look at a game like the Texas A&M game, when you look at that game, that's why I can't go and place him above number 7. You know what I mean? Games like that. Even when you looked at, you know what I mean? Even if you go back and you look at the Alabama game last year, you like, you know what I'm saying? So now you get where so now if you know ball and if you've been watching college football, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, okay, Truck, and I kind of got a sense, but for the people who don't know, I can't explain it to you. So you just have to go back and watch it. Oh, that was good. Hey, yo. So, hey, man, look, man, that's just what it is. But that's number 7 on the list. Garrett Nussmeier. We gonna move on, right? Now, number 6. Oh, yes. I had to put him up there, man. Diego Pava, man. The old head. You know what I'm saying? Got his AARP card. You know what I'm saying? Got grandkids and all that playing college football. You know what I mean? Dude out there for real. Like, now, granted, he's short. He's way undersized. He's just a football player. Got the fight the dog. He went through the JUCO route. The underdog story, the true underdog American story of Diego Piava. Okay, that's every American just loves to soak up that underdog story. Come from the bottom and rise to the top. Came out the mud, shining like a diamond. Now, you know what I'm saying. So, but when I like Diego Piava. I don't think that Vanderbilt had the credit to that defense too, because they had to make stops at times. But he had a lot to do with their success, y'all. It is what it is. I mean, come on, just look at the film. Film don't lie. Eye in the sky don't lie, right? It just don't. That you could talk about stats, misleading. You can talk what you want, but when you look at this film, then you'll understand why he's at number 6. I mean, yeah, he had over 2,000 passing yards. Completed 59% of his passes. He's very smart. Now, he only had 4 interceptions in the whole entire season in the SEC. He possibly could be higher on some people's list. 6 foot, 200 pounds, dual threat. He had 20 touchdowns, had 800 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns on the season. I mean, and he just balled out. One of my favorite games that I like watching him in was the Kentucky game. Some people might like the Alabama game, but I really like that Kentucky game. He threw a pick in that game. But the way that he played in that game, come back, and it was close, it was tight, and just to fight through that game, that was good. The Texas game was good. He threw 2 picks, 2 of his 4 picks in that game. Texas did very well against him, and he just a baller. He gave everybody everything they was asking for. He wanted all the smoke last year. Diego Piava, man. And I mean, you possibly could have put him higher. I know some people out there may have him higher. They may have him ranked a little bit higher. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. If you got him higher, I got him right there outside of the top 5. Right out number 6. I think that's where he belongs. I don't think that he's one of those guys in the way that Vanderbilt is. They're not going to, throw 3,500, 4,000 yards. If he does, watch out. Watch out. You know what I mean? But he's a true dual threat. He's going to run the ball. There's going to be designed quarterback draws, whatever. That's just what they're going to do with him because he can't get that done. He's built like a running back. He can't really see over the line. It's going to be a lot of bootleg plays, naked boots, rolling them out, getting them outside, moving the pocket outside so that he's able to see that quick screen, so forth and so on. And they're only going to call on him to do that at the max, maybe 30 times a game. Let's just be honest. I don't think he's going to have over 30 attempts. If he got over 30 attempts passing the ball, that's not looking good for Vanderbilt at all. They got to have that balance with the run game and everything set down with that team and play some good defense. And he just has to take care of the ball and do what he did last year. And I think that he'll end up somewhere in the top 10 for sure. Got him at number 6, Diego Piava, man. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that because that's where I got him ranked. and I ain't gonna keep him long on that. All right, now the next guy that I got on here, and I know, and like I said, keep in mind that it's team overall success too, right? So the
all right, new quarterback Gunner's in.
I got Gunner Stockton from Georgia at number 5 on the list. Yeah, he's right in the middle. Because I'm gonna just keep it real. Like Gunner Stockton ain't that. You know what I mean? He's not. Let's just call it what it is. Like I could have, but look, I don't know if he really is. But there's a lot of Georgia fans that'll say, yes, he is. He's like that, trucking, you're bugging. He's like that, right? And I'll say, all right, well, if he is, but number 5, getting Zachariah Branch over from SC is going to be a huge leap for the Georgia Bulldogs. That's going to be a huge leap. He's all kinds of fast, all kinds of speedy. He didn't get to showcase that a lot as much as he wanted to at SC. There was Georgia wide receivers last year just couldn't catch shit. They couldn't catch a cold in Alaska, butt naked, sliding with the Eskimos downhill. They just couldn't do it. Let's just call it what it is. They couldn't catch a damn ball. And a Georgia fan to tell you too, they'd be like, yeah, they just wasn't doing it right. So he only had 400 yards passing, over 400 yards passing, a touchdown and an interception to go with his 24 stats, right? 6'1", 215, so really probably like 6 foot, you know what I mean, maybe 5'11", you know, we don't know. They always list you a little bit taller. Didn't have too many rushing yards, negative rushing yards out of the times he did rush the ball. So in some of the games that he did run the ball was the Texas game, had a couple of rushes there, only 8 yards. He only played against UMass, Texas, and Notre Dame anyway, right? So and those games, and Tennessee Tech, I believe he might have played. I can't remember, but it is what it is. I think y'all could quote me. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost sure he played that one of those cupcake games, right? But against Notre Dame, I guess you could say you kind of got a little parameter and seeing what he's capable of doing in that game, because that's where most of his stats came from, right? And that Notre Dame game. So when you look at that, you say, okay, this is what we have to look forward to. And I think that he can get the job done. Like, he'll be all right, serviceable guy at number 5. Georgia's going to be always Georgia under Kirby Smart and what they're cooking up over there. They're always going to be on one. That's just what it is. I don't think you could take them off the top. They're always going to be amongst the top. You know what I mean? They may not win the SEC every year, you know, with the transfer portal being the way that it is, but they're always going to be amongst the top. And I got Gunner Stockton right there at number 5, man, coming in on that list, y'all. Right there, man, for sure. All right. Now we get down to the nitty-gritty. Yeah, at number 4.
It's unacceptable. You want to get over
Lenore Sellers. I do think that Lenore Sellers could be a first-round pick. I do, because he has first-round pick traits. He just does, right? And that's why. So I don't want people, like, if you've seen my top 5 quarterbacks to be a first round pick, 5 quarterbacks, only pick 5 of them, right? That's why he's in there, because I do think that he can be a first round pick in the draft. He's 6'3", 240 pounds, big guy, big quarterback, and he's very mobile. And it is some things that you want to see better with him, right? You want to see a little bit better arm traits with him, out of the arm traits. And I think particularly the accuracy, that's what you want to see better out of him. But him being at number 4 on my list is because I still think that he's relatively young. And the younger you are, even though he did have the reps last year, I was just like, I don't know, because the top 3, I don't know if I could put him above those guys. And y'all see why. But I'm big on Lenore Sellers, and everybody else is. Some people might say he's the best hands down quarterback in the SEC, but I don't think he's the best overall in the SEC, but definitely in the top 5, right? Whether he's at number 5 for you, he's at number 4 for me, but he's right there. 18 touchdowns last season, 7 interceptions, threw for over 2,500 yards in the air, had over 600 yards rushing, 7 rushing touchdowns last season, and he played, let's just call it what it is, he gave people the business at Alabama. Now, some people may say, I didn't like the way he played against Alabama. I don't have a problem with it. Now, yes, some of those incompletions looked wow. They were wow. You were like, oh no, like he can't see without them big Coke bottle glasses that he got. Like he can't see. He need his Horace Grant glasses. Because he can't see. That was crazy. That was way off. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, I won't argue that. All right, but I will say that I like what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I like what he was doing. He didn't. The stats in that game didn't tell the full story, right? When you watch that Alabama game, you say, oh, well, he only, you know what I mean? When that Alabama game, he was 23 for 31. And the game was real close. And he could have pulled the game off. But you got to watch it because there were some struggles in that game. But I think he'll grow from that. Those games that he played Alabama last year, I think that's what he needed to move on. And he's gotten better as the season went on. After that, you know what I mean? Against Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Clemson, he got better. You know what I mean? And that's what I see in him. The dude is a beast, man. The dude's a beast. Lenore Sellers, true dual threat quarterback, can spin it, run. And I'm telling you, if South Carolina ends up in the college football playoffs and he got 3,000 yards and he got a little, 400, over 400 on the ground, I don't know if he's going to come out because he's a redshirt sophomore. So I don't know if he's going to come out next year. He can, but he don't have to. He's not forced to, so I don't know what he's going to do, but he's definitely, if he has that type of season, I would go ahead and go to the NFL because I do think at that time you would have to say, okay, yeah, he's ready. He's a first round pick for sure. He's ready to go. Let's get it going. All right. Bishop in the building. What up, Bishop? What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, living large is supercharged. What we do.
What's up? Yeah, I hear that. Blessed and highly favored, brother. What's going on with you? What's going on?
Yeah, I wanted to drop by the neighborhood trucking. I wanted to get my stop in.
Okay, all right. I feel that and I respect that too, man. I appreciate you coming through today, bro. I do, man. I was looking for you. Matter of fact, it's crazy because I just was talking about you when I pulled up Oklahoma. I got John Mates here at number 8. How you feel about that?
Yeah, man. Hey, let's just say the best package deal after the type of season we had last year is to get the quarterback coach, the OC, and John Mateer to come as one. Is very special because understand we always have the athletes if they can stay healthy and not get hurt, and just to add them, they already have continuity. It's just about getting everybody up to speed. So it's and then on top of that, you got Brent Venables' defense that last year it basically kept us in games until we could figure out our offense, which was null and void at most times. So only time we put something together is against Bama, and man, even that was a tall task because it was the defense that kept us in the game, and our offense made sure they didn't make mistakes. So
okay, all right. So how you? So what? Me putting them at number 8? You have no pushback to that,
bro? Right now, 8 is new beginnings. I'm cool with that.
You cool with that? All right, word. All right, see, I thought I was, you know what I mean? I thought I was like, okay, I thought I was a little bit, that was, you know what I mean, on that a little bit. I learned a lot, man. Listening,
you got to understand that right now it looks good, and he was at Washington, but understand until we hit the ground running in that first game. Right now is speculation. So number 8 for new beginnings sound good to me.
Word. I could dig it. And I got, okay, so I'll kind of go through the list real quick before I move on. I'll kind of go through the list. At number 10, I had Zach Kazada, the quarterback that came from Incarnate Word, the transfer, and went to Kentucky. I got him at number 10 in the SEC top 10.
That's a good place for him.
Oh, All right, okay. I got Bo Pribula from transfer from Penn State that went down to Mizzou. I got him at number 9.
Like I said, now that one is just like us. We got to prove it on the field.
Right.
Once you transfer in, it's how much does your game uh, uh, concide with what you're coming into? But like
All
the
right.
difference between him and Mateer is the coaching staff plus him came together versus he coming to that organization. It takes a lot of maturation process, and you don't want to be thinking when you're playing the game.
All right. All right. So I got, and then I had well, I put what was it? Garrett Nussmeier at 7.
Yeesh. All right, this is where I push back a wee bit,
All right, okay.
just a wee bit, because just think about it. He's one of the few in the SEC that has experience. Majority of the teams are starting people that haven't played on this level for the SEC. They'll be their first year of playing with their team, respectively.
Okay.
So Nussmeier has experience from last year, and we got firsthand acknowledgement in that last game that even when he got hurt, when he came back, he's that dude. So he
He
might
threw
push
for
up a little bit
4,000.
higher, but
What's crazy?
I'll roll with you.
No, but all right. So as I'm making this list, and I'm doing it, and I'm talking to Neckbone while we're doing it. Neckbone was supposed to be here, by the way. I'm gonna get Neckbone. And I'm talking to him, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, Gary, we gonna put Gary. I'm like, all right, because we supposed to be having a back and forth about it, but I'm like, I'm gonna roll with it. Anyway, I put him at number 7. I'm like, all right, he got over 4,000. He does have SEC experience, like you said. I know I'm gonna get some pushback on it, but cool. Number 7, I was all right. Diego Piava, I got him at number 6.
Okay. Oh, now that one I could definitely see, because understand coming from New Mexico State to there,
Mm-hmm.
and actually he was like Mateer last year. He had his OC to come with him, and so when you do that, you see the dividends that Vanderbilt was able to receive is the continuity. So they
Okay.
were able to push and win more games than normal because they brought the continuity of already having an offense that can go against other teams.
Okay.
So that's a good call. That's a
All
good
right.
call.
Cool. That's dope. And I got Gunnar Stockton at number 5 and Lenoris Sellers at number 4.
Okay. Uh Gunner Stockton. No, that's a decent position, but for me, it's the jury's still out, because I just wanted to. Uh, he got valuable experience, but
Yeah.
what can he do? Because a lot of missing pieces this year. So now it's going to really accentuate. Does he really command the offense, and can he raise them to that level of
Okay.
Georgia Mystique?
All right. All right. All right. So and then I got this. I didn't get into my top 3 just yet, but I'm about to get up into the top 3, dog. I'm about to get up into
Ooh.
it. Yeah, I'm about to get up into that top 3. I ain't get there yet. But I'm about to get there. I know a couple people wanted to know, like, out there, because I was talking, but I was like, all right, I think it's dope that you were a defensive coordinator. Could you tell us where you were a defensive coordinator at, or is that?
Oh, not a problem. Yeah, I was a defensive coordinator at Chandler Borgate in Arizona. I was the first Arizona Caliente women's professional football team defensive coordinator.
Okay.
Uh, Hamilton, Hamilton High in Arizona, as well as countless other places. Little League,
Okay.
to the babies, to everybody else. A
That's dope.
plethora. In fact, at Hamilton High when I was there, Terrell Suggs was there.
So you had Terrell Suggs?
Yeah.
Hold up. So like you didn't have to teach Terrell Suggs too much, correct? Like he just had it, right?
Check this out. He was an all-state running back and DN.
He was a running back?
Yes, sir.
What did Terrell Suggs look like at running back in high school? I gotta know.
Bro, you ever see Baby Huey? A
Baby
man
Huey.
amongst boys. For
All
real.
right.
And
So
he got to Arizona State and he just blew up because he started focusing on the DN. But what happened is being a running back, it built up his speed and his technique. So it just allowed him to jump off.
and so he didn't got so he already had the speed, but he just got super big when he went to college, right? That what you're
Yeah,
saying?
well, no, he believe it or not, he ran a 4.45 in high school, and
How
he
big
was
was
being
Terrell Suggs in high
sought
school?
after
What
by
was his measurement?
42 teams in the NCAA for running back and DN. So it
Oh,
was one of those deals that he decided though he wanted to go DN, and it was a great choice because we could see the uh, dividends of that.
that's dope. That's dope, man. Terrell Suggs, yo. You got the coach Terrell Suggs. That's dope. That is dope. Anybody else? Any other notable names you had that you got the coach throughout high school or in college or whatever?
Man, hey, it's been countless others.
Just give me one. Just give me one story. Just one. Just give me one person. Just one. Just let me get one, mister.
Man, there's Trent Thompson.
Trent
Uh,
Thompson.
yeah, Trent is a punter.
Okay.
He did his work in the NFL. There's been trying to see. It has some couple of people go to CFL and put
Okay.
in work.
All
So
right.
but what I would tell people is that hey man, this game is something to it. So if you want to get in coaching, get in, but you got to do your homework. Don't ever think that you have arrived because that's when you get humbled real quick.
Okay. All right, for sure. All right, that was cool. I look, I ain't trying to turn this into an interview for Bishop
No,
or
no,
whatever,
you
you know
good,
what
you
I'm saying?
good, you good.
I just, I knew you had coach, and I'm like, I know he coached at the level. I'm like, I know he had coached some guys, so let me ask him about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
all right, cool. All right, that's dope,
and
man.
then also um, had some good people. Chase Martin, Martin Chase from OU was from my hometown. Had
Oh,
had had a good linkage with him. Jerome Brown. Uh,
what?
yeah, so there's countless others that throughout my years that I've been in contact with that help to shape and mold, but they did the hard work, so they got the benefits of it. So
Okay, all right. I'm about to say, like, was any of these was any of those guys like hard headed? Because I don't know, like Terrell Suggs, because like I want to go back to him a little bit, get Bishop, because like him in the pros, like he goes crazy in the pros. Yo. He just got that type of atmosphere, and he always brought that intensity. So I know in high school, like, what was he a hothead, or I mean not hothead, but I mean how should I say this? Like
introvert,
he was an
he was an
introvert.
introvert, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man. He just went about his business, but as he started gaining confidence, because you got to remember at those days he was that height,
Yeah.
and I think he was like 215, 217.
Okay.
So yeah, he was still grown, filling out. But the thing was, is that everybody knew he was good, but they didn't know how good, and they thought sometimes that the team was riding him a lot, but he could tote the rock, bro. He carried the team. That ain't no ifs.
He was
And
a
there's been
quiet running back.
he's like a Derrick Henry.
I would have never known that. Hey, Bishop, you could have never told me that, like, Terrell Suggs was a quiet running back in high school. No way. Like,
Yeah,
I was still a fan. So I was still a fan of him when he was with Baltimore, but he was killing us. And I mean, he always had to, you know what I mean? I'm like, there's no way. But I mean, you got to be like that on the field, though. You got to have that intensity and that passion and that and when you're on the football field. But that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Hey, man, thank you, Bishop, for that, man. I'm about to get up into these top 3 real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got about an hour,
Put your fire,
and then I gotta go. So I'm let me get this back rolling. Let me get it back rolling for the folks at home and all that. All right, so we had Lenore Sellers at number 4. Now we on to number 3, y'all. Yes, sir. We on to number 3, and I got your boy.
You won't hear the stadium any louder than
at number 3. I got him at number 3. I put him at number 3, man. Look, I put Archie Manning at number 3. He got some experience, but we know what Archie can't do. He got big shoes to fill. Now, I know a lot of people out there probably got him at number 1, probably easily. Like, Archie's number 1 on my list. Look, for those who don't know about Archie, and I'm pretty sure you do, he's 6. They got him listed at 6'4", 225. He only had over 900 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The thing that shocked me about Archie is he is a dual threat. I think he's a dual threat. Now, he may not be labeled as that, but he can run. He had 25 rushes, over 100 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground. The dude can run. Like, and that with me is what made me like him. I'm like, this is a Manning running like that? Like, hold up. Like, because you see Eli and you see Peyton, they were great pocket passers. They had great pocket presence. And so he's going to have that. But he just took it to the next level when you seen him break and run. And I'm like, like Archie got busy. Like, and it was that UTS. It was the University of San Antonio, Texas San Antonio. When they did the Road Runners is when I seen it. Now, granted, it was against them, but still, he still got back. Like, you had to watch the run live to see it. It was amazing to me. But yeah, I think Archie could get it done, man. They only, he popped him in a couple of games at the beginning of the season, poked his head out a little bit. Quinn Ewers took over the helm. It's big shoes to fill for Archie, man. But I got him safely at number 3. Any pushback to that one, Bishop?
This is where no, that's a good spot for him. I know that's our arch rival, but no, that he has a lot of missing pieces, and they had to be portal heavy this year. So it's just a matter of, can they all gel? But we're gonna find out. But he definitely has some experience, so that's a rooting on his behalf. But we'll find out. I think that's a good spot for him.
I think that take had to have been hard for you because you were Sooner. So that couldn't have been easy for you to talk about Archie Manning being at number 3 for the you to be a Sooner. Like, that just couldn't have been. I'm just saying, because I know you a Sooner, so I'm like, hold up, it can't be that. All right, so you cool with that? With Archie Manning being at number 3, he ain't got no pushback to that one. That's cool. That's super dope. All right, I'm about to move on to the next guy. And I really like this guy, y'all. I'm huge on this guy. I believe in this guy. He could have been number 1 on the list easily. I'm telling you, y'all better watch out for Tylen Green. I'm telling y'all, from Arkansas, he came from Boise. He started up at Boise, just to give y'all a little bit more background on him, because I know I put him in my top 5 video for first round pick, so I know some of y'all may have seen him there. But he's 6'6", 225, 230 pounds. He might have lost some weight. He threw for over 3,000 last year, 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, completing 60% of his passes. This is just the stats on him. But you got to watch dude cook on the field. And that's why I got a little bit of the film for y'all to get a little bit of visual out this dude. This dude is a beast like Randy said, like, man, oh my goodness. I love it, man. I really like dude, man. I believe in him. I think I'm gonna drop a little bit of change on him, man. He had over 600 yards rushing on the ground, 8 touchdowns. I think I'm gonna drop a little bit of change on him, man, to be an underdog for the Heisman. Now, I ain't talking about no crazy amount. You know what I'm saying? Anything would probably be good for me, but I really think that he can get the job done. Now, does he get gun ho? Of course he does. And he has to calm down and get those interceptions down and stop trying to force the ball. Like, stop trying to force the ball. And then when you just take the L's, man, like LSU, Texas A&M, the Auburn game, he's going to throw a pick, or you know what I mean? Like some people say, man, he's good for a pick a game. You may say that, but that experience for him to have that in the SEC, still throw over 3,000 yards to me, I think that's good, man. I think that's good for him. Now, say what you want about Oklahoma State. I thought, they did have a linebacker that was hurt last season, and they could have done some things, but I still like the dude. I'm big on him. What you think about Tylen Green, man? From
Tylen Green is a diamond in the rough. And here's the thing. That young man went through the fire test last year, because understand now a lot of that was because he was pressing, because he knew that his team needed him to show up. And a lot of times when you do that, you're trying to do too much. And that's what we saw. But in your second year, that's when we're about to see what he's really about, because now you're settled in, you know who you're surrounded with, and you've got continuity. So now it's about go put it out on the field.
Right. I agree. Like, look, I couldn't disagree with you. I mean, and look, he had similar. He didn't really play too much up at Boise, but he had 9 rushing touchdowns when he was with Boise. He threw for over 1,000 yards with them. At 400 rushing yards with them, and he had some big runs too, like with Boise. I don't know, like I wish I could have probably got some of those highlights for Tylen Green, because he broke big runs like 70-yard and 90-yard like runs. I can't remember who's the quarterback coach. I might have to look that up real quick. Who was the quarterback coach for Lamar Jackson at Louisville? Who was his
Petrino, right?
Huh?
Was that? I'm offhand. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
For some reason, Petrino comes to mind, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think that is him. I think that is Bobby, and he's down there in Arkansas now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino. You right? Yeah, that's him, Bobby Petrino. Yeah, thank you, because I'm like, yeah, Bobby Petrino. He had Lamar Jackson, and Bobby Petrino now has Tylen Green. Like, I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about him being in the top 5 quarterbacks in the SEC, and I'm like, how? How not? Like, now, look, he was trying to force the ball in some of those places, but Bobby's going to get him where he needs to be. He's going to come out next year's draft. I'm willing to say he's going to be a first-round pick right now. I'm going to just drop it, man. Just don't make me look all crazy out there, Tylen Green. But I'm going out there to say right now, Tylen Green is going to be a first-round pick next year. There's no way that he's not. He has the arm traits you want to look for. He's in a Bobby Petrino offense. The NFL is definitely going to look at that and definitely love that, because they've been trying. We have to remember, they're always trying to mimic who's the best quarterbacks. We got, whether y'all want to admit it or not, he's all Dak Prescott, not in no particular order, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen. Like, so anybody that they can possibly put in molds and anywhere when you're looking at those guys, or guys who's coached those guys before, especially with him being as tall as Cam Newton, but arguably a better passer than Cam Newton. Like, man, look, y'all see it right there, right? You see below me and Bishop. Look,
yeah,
dude got it. He got it.
It put it like this is, I want people to understand is, like, once you have continuity and you you trust your coordinators, and you have a command over the deal, it becomes child play because now it's up on you to actually manage the game and put your team in winnable situations.
Word, word. I said, and that's look. I couldn't say it better, man. So y'all know who number one is, right? Y'all know who number one is.
Spit it.
Like I know number one. Last but not least, DJ Lagway at Florida with the Gators. Billy Napier. I think I had to put DJ Lagway at number one, man. Look, y'all, he got it. He got it. Do I need to say that much about DJ Lagway? You know, do I really need to say that much? But look, I will say this though. He has to take care of the ball better this year. They still got a tough schedule. Florida Gators still have a tough schedule this year. I don't as it was last year. And I didn't think that they were going to come out on top the way they did last year. I didn't think they was going to win as many games. He has to get the turnovers down. DJ Lagway, he had 12 touchdowns, but he had 9 interceptions in last year, right? He got to take care of the ball better. Other than that, I mean, he has all the arm traits, all of them. They're like every last arm trait, everything. You could go back, break it down into accuracy. You could talk about his pocket presence. You could talk about him, his post-snap read, his pre-snap reads. You could talk about everything. He has it all. DJ Lagway does. And he's athletic to get the job done running the ball too. So don't sleep on his athletic ability neither, because he can get it done that way too. That's why he's number one for me, even though his stats isn't over everybody's head. I think that we just didn't see him cook enough last year. We seen pieces of him and what he can get it done, right? And when you look at, so to me, right, when you look at the Ole Miss game of last year, you know what I mean? Or even you could talk about the LSU game, the way that he took care of the ball in that LSU game, right? And the way that he played and let he took what the defense was giving him. He played really smart in that game. I think that's just how he was. He got comfortable after every game, and later on in the season, as more time as he had, the more time he had, he got better and better with processing. And then you seen him go off in the bowl game, even though he threw those 2 picks, you know what I mean? But I know bowl games don't really count, but look, he's a young guy, and I believe in DJ Lagway at being number one on the list. Now, what's your pushback with Dale, man?
Yo, hey, that's a pretty good number one. And just a little pushback.
Yeah, what's up?
That, I'm gonna have to say this. This is no joke. He's one of the few people that has lived up to his hype, and actually played hurt and gained some folklore for playing hurt and bringing the team back to win a game.
Right.
Remember that. And so think about now, he's had an off season to heal up and get the necessary medical help he needed. It's just a matter of is it fully recovered, and can it be a full go? Because the skill set and the way he was brought up and how his quarterback coach has trained him, man, it's elite.
It's there, right?
It's elite.
I right. It definitely is. And like, and look, that Kentucky game was tough for them. Do you remember that game? I think we all watched that game in the Discord. Wasn't that game on in the Discord? The Gators and the Wildcats.
Yeah,
man, that was Listen, he only had a couple of plays in that game, like that, and he did everything he could. He did throw the interception. I think it cost him. Did it cost him the game? I can't remember if it did or not. I think they still pulled it off, but he did get it through the interception. But but he had 4. I think it was like. Let me hold up, man. I'm gonna just pull this. Gotta get it up. Hold up. Let me see. Get it up real quick. Okay. Yeah. So he had He was 7 for 14 in that game. He had 259 yards and then one interception in that game. He had 9 rushes, 46 yards. He only did that in like a quarter or something like that. It was like a half. So like he got that's just, I'm saying that to say that DJ Lagway has every single trait there is in a quarterback, whether we're talking arm traits, physical traits, mental traits. He has it all. He has it all. You just heard Bishop talk about his quarterback coach. Excellent quarterback coach. Who is his quarterback coach, by the way? Now I got to look it up to make sure I got it. Like, unless you know who that guy
Yeah,
is.
I don't know offhand.
Now I gotta see who DJ Lagway's quarterback
Hey,
coach is. It's just
look, this is your turn.
it's my turn. Okay, it's my turn now. We how you mean by that?
Hey, I remember Petrino, but these cats are moving off into new areas, boy.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, so it's Ryan O'Hara, I think, is his quarterback coach.
Okay.
Ryan O'Hara. Shout out to Ryan O'Hara, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan O'Hara. And now I knew so I couldn't remember his name. There'd be so many names. Now, granted, I've been in this for 2 years, Bishop. I've been doing this college football and
I
football
know.
for 2 years now.
I'm
Now,
checking you out.
There'd be so many names and everything. I did know that he coached Lamar Jackson. I had it, you know what I mean? He coached Lamar Jackson. Bobby Petrino did, but I got to remember that name because he's highly respected. Not only was Bobby Petrino his quarterback coach, but Bobby Petrino has been a head coach too. He does have head coaching experience. Yeah. And I do think that Bobby Petrino will wind up taking over Arkansas. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that right now. I do think he will wind up taking over that program and being the head coach. I don't know if he desires to be, but I from what his resume is saying, Bobby Petrino's a hell of a coach. You know what I'm saying? So let me just say that before I get on up out of here. But yeah, DJ Lagway is number 1, and Ryan O'Hara is his quarterback coach. I just learned that today with y'all out there, man. I can't thank you enough for tuning in, Bishop, man. I appreciate you for tuning in.
Oh,
today,
not a problem, man.
I did, man.
Big salute. Thanks for having me. I see you. Keep doing your work.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, man, y'all look, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I can't thank y'all enough for tuning in and rocking out with me, man. Appreciate y'all that do come through and show the boy the love, man. For real, I do, yo. Cause I only do it one day a week on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm out on the road all week long. That's just what I do. And I, to take care of the fam. I'm about to go to a baseball tournament right now with my son. And good luck with see if he can hit a home run today.
Yeah, good luck with that, man. Keep spitting that fire, one.
Yeah, for sure. But I know what time it is, man. Out here, man. Y'all pray for me, man. I pray for y'all. Keep me in y'all prayers out there. Appreciate it. Blessings to everybody out there. Have a good day, man. Peace.
See ya.